welcome to 27 by 40, a video podcast about movie posters. My name is Chris.
This is Emmett.
And on this show, each episode, thank you, we pick a year at random, we pick our top 5 movie posters, and discuss them.
Yeah.
No requirement of having to see the movie, like the movie, just the poster.
Yeah, it's just how much we like the poster.
Yeah. So this week, we are doing 1961.
Yeah, it's pretty early one.
Yeah, a little bit early. I think, definitely, because I think 50 is as far back as we go. So this is in the early half of the thing. Interesting year.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I got a lot of posters out of this year. Yeah. I was kind of very happy with that because some of the more recent years we've done have been a bit bleaker and a bit in terms of and this I think I had 14 or 15 posters and
that were good
that I was like that are considered.
Yeah.
And I passed up on ones I was like I like this, but I got like a dozen. This isn't gonna,
I usually do my sort of sorting like that kind of as I go.
Yeah.
So I don't really save a list of the things that I considered. I basically will just look, I'll consider, and I'll be like, maybe I'll leave it open in a tab or something, and then come back to it a few minutes later. I'll look at it and I'll consider it, but
you make the decision at time.
Yeah, I make the decision as I go. Right?
Yeah.
I
fill a folder full of movie posters.
I mean,
and then,
everyone has their own way, right?
Yeah,
that's just for me the easiest way to do it. That's the way I like to do it because I find for me.
I'm not saying this is the easiest way for me to do it. This is just the way I do it.
Well, it's the easiest way in the sense that it's the most intuitive for you.
Yes, yeah.
For me, the most intuitive is to do it how I do it, which is because I kind of compare everything to the last thing I saw.
Yeah,
so it's okay, is this above or below that?
Honestly,
it's
that's probably a more tidy mental way of doing it versus look at 15 pictures and now try to sort these into some semblance.
I mean, I still basically do the same thing to a degree because I'll be if I see something where I'm oh, that's a maybe, then I'll I'll leave it open a tab.
Yeah.
And so then, I might have 6, 8, 10 that I go back and but then I'll still just do it in that moment. I'll go back and I'll be okay, of these 10, and okay, that one's out because it's definitely not as good as these 6 over here.
Right.
And then, and then at the very end is when I'll do the final ordering. Because then I'll look at them all again and really think about it and be where do I really want this? So
also one thing too is thanks to how Wikipedia is complete in consistency on how they sort movie listings from year to year. 61.
foreign stuff.
All the foreign is just mixed in.
At least major ones. Anyway.
Yeah, major. So it was nice to be able to also take a peek into foreign films without having to just kind of track that down because
I got a foreign film on my list.
I'll
at least
also
one.
do. Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, because we ran out of time to do this last week,
right?
Honestly, at this point, I don't remember my exact list.
Either.
I mean, I know it, but I'm so used to doing the episode right after I finalize.
Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of well, I know what's on it, but I don't necessarily remember the exact order or so. Anyways.
And I don't remember how these are sorted, so
Perfect.
I don't remember. I think I am first.
Well, we'll find out in a second.
All right. Yes.
That's got to be you.
Here we go. A Fever in the Blood.
Okay. That's a good one. I remember seeing it. It was definitely a maybe.
I thought it's kind of a very different poster.
Yeah.
I think it was also it fit very well in kind of a lot of the little more Art Deco-y posters of that year.
Yeah.
I know you'll probably
it's really clean.
Super clean. It intrigued me to I'll watch this movie. I had a lot of posters that were, hey, maybe I want to see this movie. Yeah.
It's definitely a case of where it's this is having a lot of text on your poster done right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because it can be a very tricky thing.
Yeah.
And this is where it's an example of this is where you can actually pull it off.
They really leaned hard on the fact that this is from a book. Mm-hmm. Because there's a book,
there's a book in
the title,
in the logo,
and
then there's searing raw on the screen from the glowing hot pages of the bestseller.
Yeah, and it's like, this is a fever in the blood. This is a fever in the blood. This is a fever in the, like, oh my god.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Well, it's definitely, this is that era. You'll notice I have a poster on my list too where I'm just like, really? This is definitely that era. I guess it's like the post, you know, it's because it's this going into the 60s, so it's like post like the, like, you know, the some like it hot situation and stuff, where it's like, it's really that period where the code is like weakening that led up to the change over to the rating system, because it's definitely getting to that point where they're like putting stuff that you're just like, that's really pushing it. You would never have gotten away with that like earlier.
A lot of posters, women in bikinis on them, and you're like, huh. 2 years ago, that wouldn't have been a thing.
Well, yeah, it probably would have actually.
Well, 59,
but I mean,
sure.
but yeah, like earlier in the 50s and in like the 40s and stuff, it was definitely, there's a lot of stuff with these posters and how these sort of sell these movies that I'm like, that never would have flown back then.
The tone is not code, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's that whole, like, you know, like I said, it's that post, like, Something Like It Hot era where it's like, where the studios kind of realized, like, the general audience, like, the general public is really ahead of where we are with the code at this point. And it's like, they're ready for more. Right? And they don't care. Like
socially, culturally, we've moved on beyond what the...
like, they don't care about, like, it's not that harsh anymore. And so, like, they're ready to, like, move on to, like, you know, the next thing. But, like, the system was kind of still in place that wasn't kind of ready. You know, it you know, it's much like the whole sort of comics code, you know, thing with, like, where, like, literally...
Readers had
the literal government came and asked Stan Lee to do the anti-drug story. But then, like, the comics code was like, no, you can't have, like, a story about drugs in your comics. And he was like, yeah, but it was like, it's like for literally like a public
educational reason
thing, right? And so, like, realizing that, like, maybe the rules need to be a little more flexible to, like, allow different kinds of expression, you know, because having these elements isn't automatically like a pox on society.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, it's just art. You're telling a story. You know, and so I think, like, definitely with the whole thing of Something Like Hot, where the studio took the chance and they were like, you know what, we think people are going to be fine with it. We're just gonna put it out and see what happens. And people were fine with it, and it was a big success.
Turns out nobody.
So like, all right, well, that means the code is, you know, basically losing its power because, like, the public doesn't care about it anymore. And, you know, so that kind of inevitably, I mean, it still took years. I mean, it's 68 when the switchover happened, but, you know, this was during that time where that inevitable march towards that was happening, because it was clear that, like, things were taking a turn. And I mean, I don't remember exactly the one that I'm thinking of on my list, but it might be coming up here, but, like, I'll get into that a little more with anyways. The
other thing, like I said, is the part when the thick block lines, like the sort of the main image part, makes it think of like a CD album cover a bit. Like, it's got that, like, oh man, it's a new album, A Fever in the Blood. All right.
I mean, a lot of time there's a lot of crossover between those two art forms.
Sure.
Like posters and
like what?
Album covers.
Yeah. All right. So this will be your number 5.
So this is the Colossus of Rhodes.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I could not find a more square version of this. It was only in this kind of slightly stripped kind of version.
Yeah, that's so an un-27 by 40.
Which happens sometimes.
There is a square version of this.
Yeah.
It's not as good.
Right.
It's not good.
And that's the thing is if I could get the square version of this, that'd be fine, but I couldn't. So.
I mean, it just needed to be. But no. It's the format of this poster being odd absolutely fits the, like, what they're showing, what they're doing with the poster.
Of course, I mean, because it gives
format function here.
Because it gives that sense of, like, the size of, you know. So, but I mean, it's just, you know, it's a very typical of the time, you know, late 50s, early 60s, you know, kind of myth, you know, sword and sorcery exactly. It's not like Conan, but like that mythology based, you know, Jason and the Argonauts, all that kind of that genre. It's from out of that. I haven't actually seen this one though.
No,
it actually looks kind of interesting. It looks sort of fun.
Looks that. Yeah.
So I might want to. This was one I might want to check out.
Yeah, it's real. It pops hard. Like it's
Well, it's like that.
I mean, putting a giant golden man in the middle of your poster.
Well, it's that whole, like, adventure. You know, like
was it
feel.
You know, Arabian Nights, all that kind of Ulysses,
all that stuff. Yeah, that sort of mythology based stuff.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, my number 4.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
You did it.
Okay, so we've done this movie.
We had it on
the podcast.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
on what we've watched.
Yeah.
It was it's funny because I know we did that movie. I remember, and it actually came up recently because we talked about it because we had
James Cagney.
James Cagney, yeah. And I was like,
I'm much older.
Don't remember. Yeah, because he plays like an older dad in that movie.
Yeah, well, this is 61 versus like the James Cagney movie we just did was 39.
39, that's right.
So it was like over 20 years earlier.
Yeah. I don't remember anything about that movie. Yeah. I remember we really liked it, but I remember
it's where he works for Coca-Cola. And he goes to like Germany.
Yeah.
And it's about the whole like East and West Germany post-war.
Yeah. But like 10,000 foot view, sure. But I don't remember any like the actual like events that happened in that movie. I was like, I need to just if I watch a trailer, I'd probably But when watching, I had no idea like, oh, this is the poster. It's quite the wild poster.
Yeah.
Like, the poster definitely indicates a level of like possible raciness that I don't think appears in the movie.
Yeah, it's of the time, right?
Yeah, sure. But
I mean,
it's got a very like. It makes me think somewhat of more 70s-ish.
Yeah,
like
handwritten credits and titles and stuff.
Yeah. And didn't like hits my minimalist vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
For me, this is going to be the typical story of that has been since the beginning of us doing this, which is like, for me, the aesthetics don't work for me.
Yeah, they're not.
I just don't find it it's not attractive to me, right?
Fair enough.
Like, it's just, it looks kind of like ugly to me.
Yeah.
But it's a cool poster in terms of like concept and layout.
Yeah.
I just don't like the style.
The art style.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're number 4. Mm-hmm.
So here's the one. So this is 5 Minutes to Live.
Yeah.
So this was Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea that Johnny Cash starred in a movie in 1961.
Yeah.
And I'm like, literally, we have a movie called 5 Minutes to Live.
Yeah.
With Johnny Cash with a gun on the poster, and then another little window with a gun being pointed directly at a woman's face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, 1961. Motion picture code approved.
Yeah.
What? I mean, maybe it's not code approved because maybe it could be like an independent film or something, right? But still, it came out, and I'm like, that's insane. Like, how did they get away with that?
Yeah. It's introducing Johnny Cash, America's top recording star.
Yeah, well, because it's probably the first movie he was in.
Yeah, well, he's so
young. I mean, I had no idea he was in any movie, let alone, starring in a movie with guns in it.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I have no idea what this movie is about.
I saw this one, and I was like, that's pretty wild for 61.
I like the layout. Like, I like it's got the great, like, where it's just the white, red, black, thing. So it almost has the minimalism thing in the sense that it's not too busy with the color.
Yeah, limited color palette goes a long way.
I like the way they do the credit thing with where, like, the little first names and the big last names with the black and red there. Mm-hmm. And, it sort of catches the eye. The windows are cool, how they're slightly asymmetrical and stuff.
I really like how they present the title of the movie.
The title's cool. And then just the wildness of, like, what? How?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. A woman's price drops fast as the time limit ticks away.
Yeah,
like,
it's very sensationalist in a way that is like far exceeds what you would have expected for that era.
That's why I was almost thinking like maybe this is like an independent film or something that wasn't. I mean, released by Sutton Pictures.
Sutton Pictures Group, which is that's a legitimate.
So there's no way that that's like a big studio. Like that's just maybe it's just like an indie film, but crazy. Yeah. But I really like it. I think it's aesthetically it's cool. I think the title, it's a crazy title, but I think the visual of the title works well.
Good title.
And
another like, oh man, new 5 Minutes to Live album's out. Awesome.
Yeah. Man, this new Johnny Cash album is real wild here.
Yeah, a bit different. Yeah. No, that's a really good one. Yeah, it was.
So this is the one that I was talking about that I could not for the life of me find.
Oh, that you lost. Like,
no, that I couldn't because all I could get was like the tiny.
Oh, the little thumbnail. You couldn't find anything decent.
The Wikipedia thumbnail, and then And then I was like, sometimes different stuff comes up if you look on mobile.
Right.
And I looked on mobile and I found it, and then I just like sent it basically to my PC. Like the link for this exact file, like the exact picture. And then I got it, and it was all good.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you zoomed in...
Another thing that indicated was probably maybe a smaller, like, independent release is the fact that, like, it doesn't have, like, a... Yeah, it's not easily able to find it.
Really nice
that's very good. Yes.
And I searched far and wide on my computer to try to find one, and I couldn't. So, I'm really glad I had that brainwave to be like, I should check on mobile, because sometimes different stuff comes up on there. So, there we go. 5 minutes to live.
Yeah.
John Cash.
So my number 3.
All right.
Oh, The Frightened City.
Okay, yeah, it's cool. It's got that like kind of pulp comic booky kind of.
Yes, that was sort of my almost like a Sin City look to it. We get really bright with the like, but everything's also like shadowed.
Yeah. Well, it's another one where I'm just like, they really were pushing like the boundaries in this time period, because I'm just like, that's like there's like literally people getting like blown up or something, and then it's like a city terrorized by its own evil, the Frightened City. Like, what is this?
Yeah, this was one that I had a hard time finding a decent large size
Sean Connery
image. Yeah,
must have been like one of his first.
He's super. I believe it is. He's super young in this because I
mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was because it's after.
Oh no, you're right.
It's after Dario Gil, but but it was still super early.
Yeah,
pre-Bond. Anything pre-Bond Connery is like always a fine.
Because I went and when I was looking this up, of course, I saw some screen caps from the movie.
Knew enough that he's like third down from the top.
Yeah, between two other people I've never heard of.
Yeah. Herbert Lom and John.
I don't know. Maybe they were huge in '61. Wow. I know it's not.
Yeah. Who knows?
Also starring Alfred Marks and Yvonne Romain.
Yeah.
Romain.
Yeah.
But it very comic book looking. I was like, that's just a cool.
Yeah. It's a good
noir
the
poster.
thing is that like other than the 1, 2, 3 poster just not really appealing to me aesthetically, but it's still a good poster, and that's sort of like my point is like this was a surprisingly strong year because like I think we're probably not going to have much if any crossover, and so far like
no back-to-backs
like
here.
I thought all of yours were good.
Yeah,
like I didn't pick them, but like they were all good and they were all like definitely on the maybe list. Yeah, right. So,
so next is your number 3.
Yeah. So this is Jimbo, of course.
Yeah.
Classic. I know with Japanese posters it can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes because of how busy they tend to be, and especially obviously having a lot of Japanese text a lot of times.
There's a little. I always find them a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think this is a good poster. It's obviously very dynamic. It's obviously but also this is definitely one of those cases where like what movie it is definitely influenced my choice because I'm like, this is one of the greatest, classic samurai movies of all time. Such a great movie, so influential. So many movies.
I really like how it's like clearly a photo that they've then like painted in some way that like makes it look like it's a kind of this mix between the two. You really get the motion which is not like showing that kind of motion is not something that you usually see in posters.
Yeah, no, it's pretty impressive for 61.
This guy in the corner here is making a little bit of a funny face.
That's the bad guy. That's just how he looks.
Yeah. Is that just okay?
Yeah, that's just how he looks. He looks like that through the whole movie.
Great.
It's awesome.
I've never actually seen this.
It's great. I mean, that's another thing.
It's one of those
to the list because like these movies were actually very influential on the westerns that then came right after, right? So I mean, like literally, Yojimbo is the direct. I mean,
well, it's good, the bad, or no?
It's Fistful of Dollars. Fistful of Dollars is directly based off of this,
which is funny because I've seen the Fistful of Dollars in like every possible like version of a Fistful of Dollars.
Like
and I've
Last Man Standing,
and I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Yojimbo.
Which
is one of those.
Because I mean, you like Japanese stuff, anyways. It is technically so. Yojimbo is loosely, kind of technically based on or inspired by Red Harvest by Dashiell Hammett.
Okay.
So it was sort of going back and forth because it was kind of like American pulp fiction kind of thing influencing Japanese creator, but it's like fairly loose. Whereas like Fistful of Dollars is just literally a straight up remake and uncredited and everything. So like when it came out, like Kurosawa was kind of like, really? Come on, guys!
You gonna do this to me?
Like at least give a credit or something because it's like you clearly just made my movie.
That's a little. Right? That's a little.
But
rough.
they're both great. Like they're both classics. They're both iconic in their own way. They're just different, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's Italy for you for one thing.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they just make ripoffs of everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
At least the key here was they made a brilliant, amazing ripoff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Going to once you get to the 80s, they're just making bad ripoffs of Conan.
But yeah, Yojimbo's incredible. Sanjuro, which is the sequel, is really, really good as well.
Okay.
Like almost just as good. It wasn't originally intended to be a sequel, but Yojimbo was such a huge hit that they basically like
remodeled
it.
Like,
yeah, they basically like after it had already kind of been started. I don't know if they started shooting or if it was just in the script stage, but they were like, oh, like let's put the character from, which is basically like, the Clint Eastwood, the man with no name type character. That's basically what this character is. He's like sometimes retroactively referred to as the Ronin with no name,
right?
Because that's essentially he's the model for that type of character.
Yeah.
But the running joke is that much like how in the Dollars trilogy, the man with no name always has a different name, which is clearly just a nickname.
Yeah,
which is what people call him.
Yeah. Never identifies himself.
And much like that, this character, like whenever people ask him his name, he just gives like some, like, like he'll see something off in the distance or whatever, and he'll just he like Kaiser Soze. He basically just like he'll take
adapts
something
and
then he'll just tell them, oh, I'm such and such, and it's just like that's not a real name,
Yeah.
But it's like it's really cool. But yeah, it's so good. And yeah, both of them, Yojimbo and Sanjuro, are amazing. And they were pretty much like bam bam. Like I think Sanjuro might even been the next year.
Oh wow.
Like 62 or maybe 63 or something, but yeah.
I appreciate how like they broke up the background into like several images, and they rather than just using the standard like block of color to set, they use like the rope.
Yeah.
It was a little more creative, a little more.
No, I really like it. Like I said, I genuinely like the poster, but I will admit that it is somewhat influenced by my love of the movie because it's such an iconic movie.
It happens.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. So my number 2.
Oh.
Acetone. So speaking of Italian films.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw this one.
I was like, that. So the initial poster that I found, I guess like the one on Wikipedia, was a much kind of like a darker tone. And then like I went to like IMDb and I was like, oh, I think it was something when they did the compression.
Yeah, I mean, I usually like the darker tone versions better, but
imagine if a lot of this green was more like much more like a dark greeny blue.
No, I think
I was like, but it was kind of obscuring.
Yeah.
And I was like, is there a better version of this?
Yeah, no, I think it works good like this.
Yeah.
but
it's got kind of like a pulp novel kind of cover, and it just, I don't know, it just sort of hit me the right way that I was like, I really like what this is doing.
Yeah, it's
here.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like
the title in big block letters. No idea what that means. I think it's the character's name. Actually, I looked it up a little bit. That's right. This is the character's name in the movie, and bit of a sort of a thriller. I think with a, but yeah, I was like never heard of it. I mean, obviously Italian film from the early '60s. That didn't, I think, didn't get an American remake. Didn't make it over here.
It means bigger.
Big. Oh, that's not. Yeah.
That's the actual meaning of it.
There we go.
It's probably is used as the character's name.
I believe it's
yeah.
And clearly, whoever did the movie's big name because that's the only credit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've definitely heard of
Paolo Pasolini.
Paolo Pasolini. I've definitely heard. At least Pasolini definitely rings a bell.
Yeah,
that definitely strongly rings a bell.
But it's sort of an interesting mix of kind of sloppy watercolor, but with very defined ink work. And I was just like, wow, this is a put that on the frame on the wall kind of poster.
Yeah,
Really,
it's a little bit too,
a little more color variation wouldn't have hurt.
A little too ugly for me, but it's it's good. It's good.
All right. So this will be your number 2.
Guns of Navarone. This is another one where it took me a while to find a good copy that was of decent size, and it's still not quite perfect. The coloring is a little different than the one that I actually wanted, but I couldn't find a better one. But it's close. It's close enough. My favorite.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes you never know. Like, is this the intent, and the other one is just because of a bad photo or a scan, or like it's so hard to, especially with the old stuff, right?
It's a good poster. It's cool, like with the whole like how it kind of goes into the background, and there's like with the boat and everything. It's a cool poster, but the main reason for my picking, especially at this rate, is I have never seen anyone look angrier than Anthony Quinn.
He looks so
on
angry.
That poster, and I was like, it's such an interesting choice because I'm like Gregory Peck, just like looking nice and like sort of stoic, and
he's almost smiling.
Gregory Pecky.
Yeah.
David Niven
concerned,
almost looks a bit concerned, like we gotta be careful here.
Anthony Quinn not having it.
Anthony Quinn just not having it, and I'm like, in my mind, I hate the term.
He's rearing up to whack Gregory Peck in the back of the head there.
I hate the term, but like in my head canon, in my mind, I imagine it as like when they were getting the actors to pose for like what the obviously it's painted, but when they were getting them to like pose for like what maybe it's based on a photograph and then they painted from the from a photographic subject reference or something. Who knows? But I feel like it's like when they got them to do it, they just caught Anthony Quinn at a moment
wrong.
Like he just turned and he was like, and they're like, perfect, that's the shot. And it was like completely just not intended at all. Cause like that's wild. Like I don't know.
Why is he so angry?
Maybe if you watch the movie, I mean, I've definitely seen.
Maybe it's just a weird composite.
I mean, I've seen photos, like bits of it. Like many years ago, I'm sure.
I think I saw it
Guns of Navarone
very long time ago.
It's a very famous, very classic movie. Apparently, it's the greatest high adventure ever filmed, according to the poster. Wow. That's bold.
That's up for us to decide.
I love how like they used to always do that in the marketing, where they'd just be like, "This is like the best of this that's ever," and I'm like,
my personal favorite.
Before you even put it out, that's what you're gonna say.
My personal favorite is the like, you won't believe what you see, and I'm like, you were setting a bar that you cannot reach, sir. Because I can believe a lot of crazy stuff that you wouldn't put in a movie.
Yeah, but I love they used to do that with the marketing all the time, where they would just say like the greatest like high seas adventure of all time, like the greatest animal adventure of all time. I'm like,
you can
can't say that.
The template that they have for these posters, and like right at the top, insert hyperbole here kind of situation.
But it's a cool poster.
No, it's a very good poster.
And the thing that really grabbed me was I was just like, why is Anthony Quinn so mad? And I was like, maybe that's just his character.
Look, to be in the greatest high adventure ever filmed, you have to sometimes be a little angry.
I mean, sure. I have no issue with that. I just want to know the context.
Yeah.
Anyways, Guns of Navarone.
It's a great classic. I love the piece of art really conveys like classic. This is adventure going on here. And especially at the time, this would have been like, dads, take your son to see this film.
If you want him to grow up to be a real man, they need to see the greatest high adventure ever filmed.
And I'm like, David Niven's my favorite. Dad's so disappointed.
Well, when you say that, your dad looks like Anthony Quinn.
Yeah, well, exactly.
He looks at you like that. He's like,
he wanted you to be Gregory Peck, and I just wanted to be. I love that mustache. All right,
just like accents.
That's just like all right. So this will be my number 1.
All right. Oh, God.
So this is a Russian film.
Yeah.
It is roughly translate to The Place with the Tall Trees, I believe.
It's a real dark horse kind of selection.
Sort of just, as I was sorting them out, I just coming back to it, I'm like, it's just a really great painting.
You know what's awesome? I have no idea what my one was.
Yes! Excellent.
I cannot remember at all.
This was the only one I was for sure of because of the slightly different nature of it I could remember.
It's either really good or I made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. It's like, it's something we've already seen. But yeah, no.
I know I have 5 different ones.
There we go. Okay. No, I mean like something I picked up.
Oh, yeah. It's possible. Yeah, no, that's cool.
But
I really like the way the writing, like, it's because I mean
it's almost like squished.
I'm familiar.
Like there isn't room for
it's like a font kind of, right? Like, you know how like even in English you can have different fonts or typefaces that look different. But of course we don't really think about it so much with like this Cyrillic, because we're not familiar with it as much, right?
So when you start fonting a
but
like
I've
a writing
seen
style,
a fair amount of Cyrillic, but usually it's just in like regular like typefaces, like like the Cyrillic equivalent of like Times New Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and so like seeing like a different way of writing it is like very interesting.
Yeah, more stylized.
It's kind of hard to read, but
this poster took some real tracking down to get a good copy.
It was your 5 minutes to live?
Yes. I ended up I had to find out who was the artist on the poster.
Oh, wow.
And then I ended up on a website that I ended up looking that up, and that led me to a website that had like all the works that artist had, or large amount of works.
The deep dive.
Yeah, I mean, it took 10 minutes rather than 30 seconds like it normally does to just pop on IMDb and grab the poster. But still, I was just like, I really love this poster. I really love the painting. And I was like, at that point I didn't know like where it was going to sit on my top 5, but I was like, I need a better version of this. Yeah. And
okay,
it's like 90 like effort also kind of.
Is this water?
I think it's supposed to be.
And they're looking across.
Yeah, and it's like a dock on the other side. Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was like like pavement or something, like concrete.
I see.
I was like, just walk over there. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Just walk over there. Yeah. And then I like was looking at it and I'm like, oh, I think that's water.
Yeah. Interesting. The film is called Where the Trees Are Tall. And no trees in this.
It's ironic. Don't you think?
I think they might be referring to something else, not trees, quote unquote.
Maybe that's just out of frame.
It could be.
The trees like are over here.
Well, that was the other thing
because they're behind her.
Because of how the font goes, it kind of looks like it's cut off. I also spent a little bit trying to find like. No, where's the full poster?
Yeah. Well, the top part looks fine.
Yeah, and that's sort of what clued me in eventually was like, that's just
maybe
how
they just ran out of space. They were just like,
too many
that's
words.
All we have.
Too many
that's
words.
all we have.
Yeah.
Like with that typeface, that's all they could do.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I just really liked it.
It's really nice. I mean, it definitely has that real painterly, like with the stylization of like how the sort of texturing of, the...
And the sort of the shading part of her dress is the same blue as the water.
Yeah, which is kind of what threw me off.
Yeah, kind of like some kind of like transparency.
I mean, I like it, but it's a little strange.
Yeah.
Maybe it's symbolic of
could be
something
indeed
from the movie.
Yeah. So. Yeah. All right, now I guess you're number 1, the mystery choice.
Who knows? Oh, it's Gorgo. Gorgo. It's like nothing you've seen before. So it's like a British Godzilla, basically.
I saw that this was in my also-rans. This is quite the wild poster.
I'm sure the movie is terrible.
Oh, I
because I'm like, like British Godzilla? No, thank you. But, good poster.
Think of all the care that is put into a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Now imagine none of that was there, and it was British.
Yeah. But it's a cool poster.
It's a very cool poster.
Super well painted. I love the darkness of the monster.
Yeah. Very scary looking monster.
Yeah, the sort of darkness of it, and then like everything's flying at it and shooting at it, and people are running, and there's
very detailed.
Yeah,
so many people, little things.
But it's like it's not too busy. Like it's still you can see what's going on. It's like nice art. I like
letting us know it's in Technicolor. Always appreciate.
Yeah.
Not enough posters do that anymore.
Yeah,
it's a real shame. Modern posters don't know about the Technicolor.
Yeah,
but that is. It was in my initial picks.
It was definitely a tricky sort of like, how are we gonna? But I was like, I just feel like it's the most.
Well, it's like nothing you've ever seen before.
that. I mean, I feel like it is because I feel like it's like Godzilla.
Yeah. So it's good.
So in that sense, it's definitely not like nothing I've seen before. It's actually exactly like something I've seen before. But I just really like the art.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
I really like it's got kind of pulp novel cover kind of vibes.
Which is like is a style that just never gets old for me.
The Gogoro is in a very King Kong style.
Yeah, well,
yeah, like the because it looks like big chunks of rock or something.
Yeah.
It made me think of that. But
Sure.
that's a great.
If you're gonna rip off giant monster movies, rip them all off at once.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Gogoro doesn't care about copyright.
Just Gorgo.
Oh, it's
Gorgo, I think.
Gorgo. It's just Gorgo. Yeah, I want to add more.
Gorgo. Gorbachev.
Oh no!
Is this where that time that Gorbachev, he drank a serum that turned him into a big giant monster.
He was so young in 61.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, he got better.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. So now it's time we spin the wheel of years and we find out which year we're
starting to run out.
There was a lot less on here than when we started.
I think we were like maybe third of the way through, maybe?
Yeah, we're down to 47 entries from 75.
So like almost halfway through.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, we dropped the
40s out.
We dropped the 40s. Well, we've done 27 and we have 47 left. So, yeah.
Man, it'd be great if we could have swung it so that we could do 40. Because then it'd be 27 out of 40. And the show's called 27 by 40.
Yeah, no. But we did like 45 or whatever it was, and it was just it was no good.
Yeah. No. I mean like 40 total.
Oh, 40 episodes. Total. Yeah.
But then we wouldn't do all the years. And there's really no reason not to do them all.
Yeah.
At least the ones that we still have pending.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's spin this wheel.
Oh, did you mix up?
Yep. Shuffled it a couple of times.
All right. What do we got?
It's 89! Wow. We were running low on 80s. We've hit most of the 80s now.
I think I know what maybe not number one, but I definitely know at least one that will almost definitely be on there.
Okay.
I mean, 89 is like a very big...
That's a very big year.
Because I'm like very cognizant of... Like, I don't have to go back and look at like, what came out in 89? It's like, I was there. Phil, we were there.
Yeah.
Are you mental?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But did it have a good poster?
Well, that's always the trick, right? That's always the trick.
I love lots of movies from that year.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of ones that are like, oh, great movie. Meh.
Yeah.
Nothing really about the poster. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching along with us, and we'll be back in a few weeks with 1989's posters. Until then, I'm Chris.
Zemet.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.